Hey everybody, happy Monday. It's not a beautiful day in Ottawa. It's a beautiful day in Ottawa, but then I remembered when I looked outside today and went outside today, it was not so beautiful. So, anyway, that said, I hope that you guys are having a wonderful start to your week. I'm excited to be here with you guys as always. So, we'll wait for a few more people to join us and then we will get started. And if you wouldn't mind, wow, this is a really Monday when it comes to talking, guys. If you wouldn't mind sharing my video, that would be absolutely amazing and appreciated. I'm actually going to jump on my phone real quick and just share it myself. So I hope that you've all had a good weekend. I know the state of the world as it is right now is like a very terrifying place. I know many people are struggling, for very obvious reasons. And I want you to know that you are definitely not alone in feeling the heaviness that's going on right now because I sure as heck am too, like pretty much every other person who has feelings or eyes or ears or whatever. So, if you have never joined me here before, basically what I do is I'll tune into spirit. I'll ask for messages to come through for people from loved ones, spirit guides, angels, basically whoever wants to step forward and communicate with you guys, with the goal, obviously, that it be your loved ones and spirit guides and angels stepping in. Um, People are welcome to ask questions. You can ask the questions as many times as you want. The only thing that I ask is that if you ask a question, that you share the video. So if you want a reading, if you want a message, share my video and you can write shared next to your question. And when all of that checks out, then I will be very happy to go to whoever I'm drawn to and as many people as I'm drawn to. I also want to say quickly before I get started that on March 17th, which is the next Thursday, I will be doing a meditation messages night. So I will channel a guided meditation for the participants of the event. It is not pre-written. It is done in the moment, guided by spirit. And then when that's done, I do readings and messages similar to what we're going to do here tonight, only with a heck of a lot less people. So if that is something that you're interested in, it is $25 Canadian, and I will post the link right now in the chat. So if anyone wants to sign up for that, you are more than welcome to. All right, let me grab a pen and paper and we will get started and see who's going to come through for us tonight. So, tuning in now, and I'm asking that my spirit guides and my angels and my loved ones step forward to help me bring through messages and information for people from their loved ones and spirit guides and angels. And here we go. All right. Message number one. I have a gentleman stepping forward, obviously from spirit. So this is somebody who's passed on, and he comes in as middle aged. I'm going to say maybe in his 50s, maybe even late 50s. I feel that he passed away from a heart condition. I feel that he had a significant blockage in his heart. So it feels like almost like a blood clot or something like that. I feel like this affected the right top right side of his heart. The top right side of his heart was affected by this. He's showing me the month of April is important to him. He's showing me this before the 20th. So I could even go like 17th, 18th of April, somewhere in there is important to him. So this could be birth, death, or something else of significance. He's talking about someone named Jane or Janet is important to him. He's also talking about Eddie. So these people could be people on earth, could be people in spirit. When I get names, I never really know where to place them, but the names are coming through. He's also talking about November, around the 11th of November, also important. He's talking about Missy, Missy. I can see that clairvoyantly. Personality wise, I feel like this gentleman was one of those people that had a really laid back attitude until he didn't. So I feel like he would generally appear laid back. He liked to think of himself as laid back, but he's saying that when he got an idea into his head, it just took over everything. And I think it kind of made him a little bit on the hard to handle side sometimes, but I think he was, even with that, a very loving guy. So he's coming forward for a female who is younger than him. So it could be a daughter figure or somebody that would look up to him like a father figure. Diane says, "Oh my God, that is my dad." All right. He is coming forward for well, maybe for you then, Diane, for a daughter figure. He's saying that his presence around you at this time is to really help you to overcome this feeling of being stuck. He says that you feel very sort of paralyzed within your life. He wants you to know that this is a temporary thing, that even though it's been going on since November, December, he says, don't worry, it is going to get better for you. He's saying in the month of June, you're going to have an opportunity to travel or to take a small trip. I see a car. So to me, that's driving distance trip. I see this as showing up in the second weekend of June. And he says this will be a really good thing for you. He says that you're going to feel like weird about going on this trip, or almost even guilty about it, or like you shouldn't, because maybe there'll be other things going on that you feel you need to attend to. He says, go on the trip. It's going to be positive. This trip is also a timing marker for you for when things are going to get better for you, when things are going to begin to really turn around. Also, in September, he's talking about a man who's alive that is young as well. So it could be, if you've got a son, it could be your son, or it could be another young man connected to you or your family. He says that this young man has been feeling very sort of out of sorts himself and kind of on the depressive side. He says, don't worry, in the fall of this year, everything will change for him and for the better. So that was message number one. All right. John says, Matthew, you should do TikTok. You'd have thousands of people clamoring to talk to you. Oh my gosh, John. Normally I do TikTok as well, but I completely forgot to do TikTok tonight because it's been Monday. But I appreciate the suggestion. Thank you. All right. Message number two. I'm getting an older female coming in from Spirit. And the way that she's coming forward, she's immediately telling me she passed away from a stroke or an aneurysm, something affecting the brain. She's also saying this came on quickly. She said she's saying third time's the charm. So I feel like by her saying that, she's saying that she had two other strokes leading up to the fatal one. And she's coming forward with this. I feel like she was one of those people that just was able to make light of anything. I think she had the personality where she could almost make fun of anything, because when she said third time's the charm, I felt like she was almost giggling about it. Like for some reason for her, she was able to laugh about that. She is talking about someone named Mars, Marcy, something like that. She's shaking her head. I'm not getting it right. Tell me the name again. It starts with an M. She's saying she'll spell it. Marlene. She's saying Marlene. She's bringing the name Marlene or Marlena through. She's correcting me again. She's saying just Marlene. She's bringing the name Marlene through is important to her. So again, that could be somebody on earth, somebody in spirit. And I'm getting a notification blocking the chat. So I'm going to delete that. She is saying that on earth, even though she had these difficulties, she never lost her spunk. I feel like she had a very fiery personality. She's showing me the sign of Aries. So perhaps she was born under the sign of Aries, or Aries is somehow important to her. She's also talking about Juno, and I feel like Juno is an animal. She's talking about, I think it's a dog or a small animal named Juno, and she's sending a lot of love towards this name. She's also saying Katie or Katie, I believe. And she's bringing this through as well as another name. And she's talking about somebody who has a female on earth who has lost a child or lost a pregnancy since her passing. And she wants you to know this child is there with her in spirit. And she's bringing that through. And she says, yes, September has always been a hard month in our family. And she's giving you hugs. I feel like I could just reach through the computer and give you a giant hug right now. She's bringing that through as well. And she's in a very, very loving and peaceful space. So that was message number two. In case anyone is wondering what I'm scribbling, basically, I just do this when I'm bringing messages through. Sometimes writing comes through in it as automatic writing. Sometimes it's just scribbles, but it helps me to focus. All right. Let's do message number three. I have a young man coming in for message number three, and this young man feels like he would have been in his 20s at his time of passing. He is immediately showing me that he passed away from a drug overdose. He's bringing that through very clearly. He's showing me, this is weird. He's saying that he passed away from a drug overdose at somebody else's house, but it took a very long time for people to realize that this had happened. And I'm not sure what a long time is in this sense, but it feels like it was a while or quite a while. He is showing me that he was found beside a brown couch in the basement. He is showing me that. He is showing me that this happened after a party or a gathering or a get together. He is talking about a woman who is alive that is connected to him. I think it could even be a mother figure. He says that you have issues with your ovaries or uterus or something. He says, don't worry, healing is on the way. He is showing me that healing will arrive between May and September. So in that time period, you will go on some kind of a healing journey. And this is going to get a lot better for you. He wants you to know that he is always with you, always around you. He says on Christmas, you took out the box for the first time time in a long time, in many years, maybe even. He says that the box were things that reminded you of him and that you have not had the courage to open it, even though you had planned to open it on special occasions. He wants you to know that he was there beside you, which is why the glass fell. The glass fell while you were looking through the box. He says that was him. And he wants you to know that he will always, always be with you and always be connected to you. He also says hello to Adrian, or Adrienne. He took up a he took up a whole sheet of paper. I really liked his energy a lot. A lot, a lot. All right. Let's see what we get next. Message number 4. I have a dog. I love it when animals come through. I have a dog coming forward for somebody. This dog had a really severe stomach problem. In fact, I feel like there was blood leaving the dog in some way as a result of this stomach problem. I feel that this dog is connected to the month of May. So this could be birth, death, or something else of significance. I'm hearing the dog saying the name Amy as important to them. So that could be somebody on earth, somebody in spirit, but I hear the name Amy coming through with this. I also want to say that what your memory, they're saying the memory, this dog is saying that the memory that you're holding on to is seeing them in the kitchen vibrating or shaking and trying to stand. And they're saying, let go of that memory. That was, a hard moment. I feel like this was probably one of their last moments. But they're saying, let go of that memory. Think of all the good memories that you have. And there's a lot of good memories there. They're also saying that, yes, you are upset because you lost their collar after their passing. They're saying, don't worry, you didn't lose it. It's in the white plastic bag in the box. It's in the big box that has like a green binder in it. It's got a green binder. It's got file folders. It's got a bunch of other things. There's like a little octagonal looking tin can that's blue and pink with some kind of design on it. And in that box with all of that stuff, there is the small white shopping bag that has their collar in it. Okay, so please know you did not lose it. You will you will find it again. You will have it again. And this dog is with you, and they love you very much, and they're so grateful for the connection that you had with them. So that was message number 4. All right. And let's see where we are going next. And guys, if you wouldn't mind, you'll see some people are writing shared next to their questions. So if you guys want to ask a question or you're looking for spirit communication, you just have to share my video, write shared next to your question, or you're asking for a message or whatever. And I will go to as many people as I possibly can. And at some point, I will jump into the chat and I will, go to whoever I'm drawn to. All right. Let's see. What message number was that? That was 4. 4? Yeah. It's 4. We're on to message number 5. All right. I'm getting grandparents coming forward. It's the woman was coming forward first. The grandmother was coming forward first, but then I felt a man step in as well. And I can see them holding hands in my vision. So to me, that represents that they were married or together. This is interesting. I'm going to tell them, please describe yourselves first. They're wanting to jump right into the message. But okay, the man immediately is telling me he had mobility issues throughout the last half of his life because of an injury to his leg. And I can feel that. The woman, when she passed away, she's saying that she thought she was having a gallbladder attack or gallstones or something in her right side of her abdomen. And when she went into the hospital, it was something much worse and she passed away very quickly. I feel like it was maybe an infection or something that spread really rapidly, but she is bringing that through. She is wanting to, they are wanting to talk to somebody that is in their family. I feel like it could be a grandchild or something like that that has been trying to research their family history. And they're saying that you've been just feeling so stuck and that you feel like there's a big piece of the puzzle missing or something really missing from it. It has to do with heritage, bloodlines, maybe even ethnicity, something like that. They're saying you are on the right track with what you are looking for. They're saying you are looking in the wrong place. They're saying that the place to be looking is in St. Jerome. They're saying I'm hearing St. Jerome is the place you need to be looking. They're showing me Catholic church. It's a very small, tiny, like really tiny white church. It's an old church. They're saying talking to the person there, the people there will help. They're saying the adoptions that were done through that church. And it was when this town or this place or the city or whatever was much, much smaller than what it is now. And they're saying that even though when you go to look for adoption records or something like that, it is very like a dead end and it's done through the government. They're saying, don't go through the government with this. Go find that church. They're saying it's the only one. I'm hearing May. I'm hearing Lee, like Lis. May and Lee is important here. And they're saying, go to St. Jerome. You're going to find what you're looking for. It will take a minute. They're saying, call that church, tell them what's going on. They will be able to help you. That was message number 5. That was a weird one. A cool one, but a strange one. Okay, so somebody's spirit guides are coming forward for message number 6. So when a spirit guide comes forward, they come forward and tell me something about what you're doing or where you're sitting or whatever at the time that you hear this message. And this doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be if you're watching the replay. It doesn't have to be what you were doing when I said it. It has to be what you were doing when you heard this. So whether you're watching it live, watching the replay, doesn't matter. It's whatever you're doing at the time that you first hear this. Okay. So message number 6. I feel like I am hearing myself sitting up from a coffee table. So you are watching this, or you're watching this on the phone. The phone is sitting on the coffee table, and you are rummaging around near the front door through a brown bag looking for keys. And I am seeing that you're looking for keys. Immediately, I want to just walk over and I want to point down beside where the shoes are. I feel like the keys have fallen into shoes or boots or something like that beside the door. So that's the first thing. The second thing is your guides are wanting you to know that things are already looking up. They're wanting you to know that you are through the worst of that death period you had been going through for the last 3 or 4 years. They're saying that you are about to start new beginnings. New and exciting things are on their way, career-wise, love life-wise, friendship-wise, relationship-wise, kind of like the whole thing, that every part of your life. They're wanting to congratulate you on the fact that you have overcome challenges and that you have sort of moved through the death period and you are now about to enter the rebirth period. And they're wanting you to know that. They're just wanting to applaud you because you are doing an amazing job. So that was message number 6. They're all taking up a whole sheet tonight. All right. Let's see what we are getting next. Message number 6, 7. Let's go into the chat. So if you would like to ask a question, you can do so. You can ask about anything you want. You can do past, present, future. You can do people who have passed on. The only thing I ask, as I've said a million times, is that you share it and let me know that you have. All right. Let's see where we are going next. Does somebody know sorry, before I get into that, does somebody know a Kieran that passed away? Like a young man or a young boy named Kieran? I think it's a young man passed away in a car accident. I have Kieran from a car accident coming forward. And I'm seeing June and November both as important to this person. Let's see what the message is. The message that I have from Kieran is that they're in a good place, they're safe, they're happy. I'm seeing 1987. Don't know why. I'm seeing 1987. And he is just wanting his loved ones to know that he's in a good place. He doesn't have a big message other than that. He is saying that he sends healing for his sister's asthma, though, on a regular basis. And I think maybe even her asthma has gotten better, and he's wanting you to know that he might have had something to do with that. All right. Let's see. Let's see where we are going. Basically, what I do is I scroll up and down in the chat until I feel like I'm supposed to stop. Okay. Where is it? I just saw it and then it's gone. Okay, I saw the person shared and I just saw the question, but I can't find who asked it, but that's okay because I can ask Spirit to focus on that question. It was, will my daughter and I reunite? The message that I'm getting for you from the universe in general, from your guides, from your loved ones as a collective, they're saying that yes, you will. They're also saying it will happen later this year. They're also saying that it's important that you don't take all of the responsibility of this. They're saying it's very important. They're saying you're being way hard on yourself. They're showing me a broken mirror, which to me means a difficult relationship with yourself in relation to your question. And they're saying you've got to go easier on yourself. There has to be a realizing that not all of this is your fault. And they're saying that's really important. I feel like when we get closer to Labor Day and beyond, I see things leveling off between you. And I think it is going to get better. But they're saying you are taking all the responsibility for this and you should not and you cannot. All right. So that was a message for you. All right. Let's see where we're going next. Allison Kearney shared, "Will I ever find true love?" Let's see. Maybe we can even find out where they are right now. We can, as a group of 300 people, go knock on their door. All right. Let's see. Allison, true love. Yes, you are going to find true love. Okay. They're saying that you will not necessarily notice it at its first appearance, which I believe is at the very end of this year. So October, no, I can't go to October, November, December. And I want to say as well, timing on love life can change because there's always free will. It could happen tomorrow or it could happen later, but it's showing up pretty clearly. So I see that at the end of this year, you are going to meet somebody, and I feel like it's going to go very well. And then it looks like there's a sort of pause in the connection. And I feel like at this point, you won't recognize that this person is like the future for you when it comes to love, or at least a strong potential future. It's your choice at the end of the day. But I feel like within the year, within 2023, then you're going to see it unfold. And it may take a little bit of time, but I believe that by the end of 2023, you will have a very profoundly solid relationship with this person. So it looks like there will be a delay in the way that it unfolds, but when it really comes together, it really comes together. And I'm very excited for you. All right. Let's see where we're going next. Whew. I have a spirit coming in. Let's see. She's strong. Whew. All right. I have a female coming in. She's young. I would say in her 30s, maybe early 40s. She's saying that she was a missing person or is a missing person. So I feel like she has not been found. She's showing me Alabama, I believe is important to her because she's making me write down Alabama so I can see that. She's showing me November 17. So it could be November 17th or November 2017, but I feel like it's the 17th of November is important to her. Also, the 12th of November, also important to her. She is saying that she can be located northwest of where she lived. I feel like I'm still in the state, but I'm on the border of another state. Whatever state is northwest, connects northwest to Alabama is where she could be found. She's just in Alabama still, but right close to that. She says that she was left in the woods behind a cemetery, in the woods behind a cemetery. And I can see that. She's talking about someone named Chuck Charles or Chucky is important in all of this. And she's bringing this through. She wants people to know that she will be found, that peace will come to the family, that her remains will be found. I feel like it's not going to take that much longer. I feel like it's over the next month or so. But the cemetery that she's showing me is really old and it's full. It's as if nobody else can really be buried there anymore because it's so full. I feel like that I have to go into the country to find the cemetery. I feel like it's a very long road, and I feel like between the road and that state to the northwest, there's a big forest. And I feel like when I get to this cemetery, it's not a huge cemetery. I don't think it looks pretty small. It looks like it's in the outskirts of a community. It's not near a city, but it's near a town. And I feel like I feel like when I'm standing there, I know that I could walk through the woods, and if I walked far enough, I would hit another state. I would not run into any other houses, buildings, towns, nothing. So it's really near the border to another state. And I'm really, really drawn to going into the woods behind that cemetery. This is going to sound weird, but she says the hood of the red car will point directly to where she is on a diagonal. It will point directly to where she is. So I have no idea how the red car will fit into this. I don't know if when people go to look for her, they see that there's a red car parked there, they follow that hood, like that, whatever that car symbol is on the hood, the hood ornament, whatever. Line yourself up with that. Walk directly through the cemetery, through the woods. Keep going, and you will find her. So that was a random message. I don't think I caught the time on that. All right, let's see where we're going. Jennifer Murray shared bullet health. Health for you, Jennifer, is going to improve. They are showing me the month of May is a time where everything begins to come together in your health journey. You will have answers. You will have a good path forward. They are saying that this condition is one that is cyclical. It feels like it shows up and then disappears, and then shows up and then disappears. And they're wanting you to know that answers and a treatment and a plan will come in May, and healing will really be strong at that time for you. So things are going to be okay. All right. Deborah Crawford shared, Matthew, do you see us moving to Brockville? Do I see Deborah? It will very much be a possibility. And I say possibility because I don't feel like anything's going to make you move to Brockville. But if you want to, it looks like the timing on this is July or like June, July. I can't even really go as far as August. So to me, it looks very strong that you will move to Brockville, and it looks really, really positive. I actually see it being a really good move for you. So that's going to be good. All right. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just scrolling around. Um, Renee Watts. Hello, Matthew. I shared. Thank you for sharing. Career path. All right. Career path. Let's see. They're showing me a significant break from career. So if you either are not working now or you end up taking a break, it wouldn't surprise me because I see that at the end of summer, career takes off like big time. And I feel like between now and then, you will be okay money wise. But the opportunities that come at the end of summer are going to be really good. They're very long term. And I'm excited for you with them because whatever that is going to be really good. See if I can get more. Trevor will somehow be a name that's involved in this. So it could be the person that hires you, could be somebody that gets you the job, could be somebody that you meet on your way there, and you'll know that you're on the right track. But the name Trevor is coming in really strongly around that for you. All right. Let's see where we are going next. Lisa Jenkins, hi, are happier days coming? Yes, they are. Let's find out when. Actually, Lisa, it's not that far from now. They're saying at the third week of April, everything begins to unfold for you in a better direction. And the biggest part of this will be your experience of it. So, the way that you feel within yourself and the way that you feel about the world around you, the people around you, all of that changes in a really positive way in that third week of April. All right. Well, guys, I'm a very happy but very tired medium, but thank you for spending this last half hour or so with me. I hope that you have an amazing week. And I just want to say before we all run off into the week ahead, I want you to know that if your loved ones didn't come through tonight, and if I wasn't drawn to you for a reading or to answer a question, please know that they are always with you. They're always around you. They're always in a good place. Nobody's suffering. Nobody's stuck. I don't care how traumatic, scary, whatever their death was, they were never stuck between worlds. Everybody is instantly at peace. When people talk about walking somebody to the light, they are only talking about walking a fragment of the earth energy to do with their passing to the light. And that would require, I could talk about how that all works for hours probably, or days even. But I do want you to know that people are instantly at peace. Nobody's ever angry with you. Nobody's angry with you after they pass away. Everything is forgiven at the last breath. Nobody is angry with your decisions now either. They understand things from an elevated perspective on the other side. So you don't have to worry about that. If you're holding on to guilt or fear or shame to do with a loved one, please let it go. And I promise you they're okay. Mediums are great for communication if there's things that you want to know, if you want guidance, if you want to connect to your loved one for grief, but don't come to see me if it's just to find out if they're there around you. I promise you they always are around you. If you want to come for talking about the future, if you want to connect with a loved one in spirit to help you through your grieving process, get some messages, get some things cleared up, cool. That's totally different. But please, please know that they're always with you and that will never change. Even you. I know there's one of you out there that's saying, okay, but for everyone else but me. But no, for even for you, I promise you that. That said, housekeeping notes. If you haven't already liked my page, please do so. I'm here every week at around 7 p.m. Eastern time, Monday nights, as well as Friday nights, usually around 8-ish for craft night, which is not readings. It's more like I make things, we talk about life things, we tell terrible jokes, we laugh at things. Sometimes we cry at things. But that is Friday night, almost every Friday night I'm here. What else? Yes, March 17th at 7 p.m. Eastern time, I will be doing a live event through Zoom. It is meditation and messages. So I do a guided meditation. It's channeled in that moment with the help of spirit, directed directly to the people that are part of that event. Once that's done, I then go on and I do readings and messages. And it's a small group, limited space, only $25 Canadian, and you can sign up through Zoom. Also, if you want to learn how to do all of this stuff, if you want to learn how to develop your psychic and mediumship abilities, I teach a 6-week course. It's starting at the end of April. It is online as well. It's very hands-on, so you'll get a lot of practice. You'll get individualized coaching throughout the course from myself and or my teaching assistants. And it's a lot of fun. A lot of my students eventually go on to work professionally, and everything that you need to really get started in your development journey, even if you've never even picked up a tarot card or had a vision or a weird dream or a standing hair or a goosebump in your entire life, you can still learn to develop your ability because we are all born with psychic ability. And I will leave you guys with that. I'll post the links really quickly to both of those things in the chat here. So we have March 17th. The first link is um, for the meditation and messages night. And if you're interested in the psychic development course, it is there. I just posted the link as well. So I really hope that each and every one of you know that you are loved, supported, and guided by the universe. And I know there are times where we really feel like we've been left out in the cold by the universe, but I can promise each and every one of you that that is never, ever, ever the case. The universe loves us in a million ways, and even through our hardship. Okay, even sometimes by bringing us and then supporting us through our hardship, that is a sign of love because we are always learning new things about ourselves, the universe, and so on. I'll leave you guys with that. I wish you all a beautiful, wonderful, and amazing week. And even more than that, I wish you all of the healing and all of the love that you definitely deserve. And have a great, amazing evening, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.